able to understand better, in better way.
Yes. So, as I posed the two questions, you told that you would discuss it here in the class. So, are you going to discuss it now or after that later?
However you want. However all of you want, I'm ready.
No, better if we understand those notions, probably understanding the letters will be easier. Do you think? So
Yeah.
that is the first thing, that Brahman is subjective and not objective. Always we say that. So
Okay. No, see, we should not, neither I have said, nor we should think Brahman is subjective. No, Brahman is subject. I think as an English thing, you will be able to understand the difference between subject and subjective. Now, when I say, I have got a problem with you, that is subjective. Because of my nature, because of my samskaras, isn't it? Now, I have got a problem with you. But maybe say for example, Nilanjana doesn't have a problem with you. Then problem exists where whom? Because the problem is subjective, because of our own samskaras. So that is called subjective. Now say 10 people we are there, 9 people also they have got some problem with you. Then objectively we can say that you have got some problem. In problem in the sense in your nature, in your samskaras. Isn't it? So, objectively you speak means what? Factually you speak, logically you speak, rationally you speak, we say. That is called objective talking. And subjective is, it is because of your understanding, because of your perception, your thinking, that can be. That is called subjective and objective. Now, Vedanta is not speaking of subjective and objective, it is speaking of subject and object.
oh, Maharaj, please repeat what is subjective and objective again.
Okay. So now I say, for an example, what I say, example, now, that's what I think, just instead of taking a personal example, I'm thinking whether can I take any other example. I'm not able to remember, just like for an example, that's what I said. Now I have got a problem with you, isn't it? Now, whereas others like Nilanjana or Somu or Ranjit, they don't have a problem with you. That means what? That is the problem is subjective. It is individual. The problem is at the individual level. So because of my nature or because of my samskaras or because of your some samskaras which doesn't go well with me, there is a clash. That's the reason it is called subjective. Isn't it? Now say for an example, when I am asked to take a particular task, then I say the task is very problematic or that is very challenging. Now others may not feel that. You take up a responsibility when I say that it's problematic, challenging and all, then the people say no, others are ready to take. So that means if the problem or the issue is what, it is only with you, then that is not subjective, it is called. Okay, I am suffering. My suffering is subjective. Because for whatever the reason I am suffering, you may not be suffering from the same problem. When I explain my problem, you will feel, there is no problem here. Why is he thinking so much? He's breaking his head. Isn't it? So that's what subjective. Now winter has come in. Now all of us, we are feeling cold, chill. That is a sort of objectiveness, we can say that. Why? Because every one of us, we are feeling cold or chill. Still, there are some people who, even if it goes 8 or 10 or 12, they feel it is okay. It is a pleasant. There are some people who say. But in generally, in December, January, whatever the Calcutta cold is there, generally they feel it is cold, chill, and we feel cold, and we wear sweaters, mufflers, or whatnot. So generally, more people are feeling that same feeling. Then it can be objective. Do you understand? Subjective and objective difference.
So Maharaj, when it is individualistic, then we can say subjective, and if all are feeling the same way, then we can tell it's objective.
Yes. Yes.
So
And
objective is a
also,
generalization of subjective.
it is not the generalization of the subjective, it is the general experience. Or rather, the other way of putting of objective is what? It is factual. The objective, when I say it is a factual, it is a rational, it is logical. Whether you or me or XYZ, whomever you call and show that, they will all accept it. Yes, it is the fact. Yes, there is a problem. So it is accepted by most, more or less by everyone. That is objective. I mean, that's one of the explanation of objective answer.
Means it is a characteristic of the situation, not dependent on the particular individual, we can say.
Yes, yes, you are right. It is a fact. Factual it is. Now, subject and object. Subjective, objective, you understood now. Subject and object. Now, I, the self, the Brahman, or the Atman is what? The subject. That is called Druk, or the experiencer, or the knower. This is called subject. Now, this body, physical body, subtle body, the things which are there here, the things which are there in front of us, any matter, anything, any furniture or house or even mobile, even like even grocery items, the entire universe and its objects, including our mind, feelings, emotions, thoughts, intellect, memory, everything is what? Object. So I alone is the subject and everything else is object. So Brahman, when we say Brahman is subject, not subjective. If Brahman becomes subjective, then only it becomes to you only, not for others. Isn't it? So there will be a fallacy. There will be a big mistake will be telling if you say that Brahman is subjective. Brahman is subject. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
So any other questions about subject object or subjective objective? Or shall we go to the next point? Okay, so I hope no questions. You can go. What is your question next?
My question, that is regarding that anitya and mithya. So now if we just say the definition of those two, that what you said in your Tattvabodha talk, I can just repeat it, that Sat means which is eternal, means at any point of time it exists, past, present and future. So Asat means which is unreal, so which can never exist. Like Akash Kusum, a flower can be just a isolated flower, cannot be there in the sky.
Flower in the sky.
So it is a asat or unreal. So asat means which can never exist. And then we are coming to the term mithya, which is just an appearance. So like the mirage, or we think a snake. Looking at a rope, we are thinking it as a snake. So this is that. So the rope is appearing as the snake.
Yes, you are right.
So that is a mithya. And then a fourth thing that you told, that is anitya, which is temporary. So this anitya means it is temporary in nature. So like here you had given a example that if we consider a mango, so in summers we are getting mangoes, so we can eat the mango, we can enjoy the mango, but after a few, maybe in 2-3 months, that mango goes, so it is anitya for a temporary period. Now my question was that if jagat itself is mithya, so if everything is just an appearance, so why we are telling that aam is mithya, aam is anitya and not mithya, mango is anitya and not mithya? Because like in our dream, we can dream of eating a mango and enjoying, and when the dream breaks, there is no mango and no enjoyment. So it is mithya. It appeared in my dream. So, and we claim that Jagat also is a mithya, and that maybe we are not realizing at this point, but if we look at, means from Turiya point of view, we can find that Jagat is also like a big dream. So in that case, mango should be mithya and not anitya.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, I think 2-3 points I have to tell you. Then you'll be able to understand clearly. Now, as you said, you are rightly said, what is called Sat? Sat means existence. The definition of Sat is Trikala Abhadita Satya. Trikala Abhadita Satya means in the past, yesterday, 1 year before, 100 years before, 1,000 years before, thousand years before, million years before, was it existing? Yes. Okay. At present, at given point of time, is it existing? Yes. Tomorrow? Yes. After an year? Yes. After a century? Yes. After million years? Yes. So which exists at all three times, past, present and future, that is called Trikala Abhadita Satya. Abhadita Satya, that is what Satya or Sat. Sat or Satya, truth, both are same here. The generally we use the word truth is different in a day-to-day thing. Here Sat means Satya also. Okay. Now, Asat means, as you told, it never exists actually. Like a flower in the sky. Akasha Kusumavato. Isn't it? Or otherwise, the hair of the horn of the hair, they say. Rabbits doesn't have horn at all. If you tell that it can political imagination, but it can never happen. That is what Asat. So Satya or Sat we can understand very clearly. Asat we can understand clearly. Mithya doesn't falls under two of these things. Mithya is the important thing which we have to understand. Many times we get confused here. Mithya and Anitya we confuse. Now, mithya means what? It is not sat. It is not asat also. It is neither sat nor asat. Then what? The sat is appearing as something else. It is just an theory of appearance. Just like rope is appearing as the snake. Isn't it? The rope is appearing as the snake. And I will give one more example. Now, probably I think this I have told earlier also. We had 5 sugar dolls. Sugar sweet dolls was given by some relative when we were children. So one was tiger shape, one was pigeon shape, one was peacock shape, the other is elephant shape, the other is a tree shape. Now, obviously, peacock color will be so nice and impressive. So, among us 3 children, we wanted peacock color, peacock shaped sweet doll only. We started fighting. My parents would have said, our elders would have said, look, either it is a pigeon, or peacock, or elephant, or tree, or anything, it is a sweet doll. It is a sugar doll. So, whichever shape you put into your mouth, everything gets dissolved. So it doesn't make any difference. Either it is a pigeon-shaped sweet doll, sweet toy, or sweet, or peacock shape. So don't bother too much. But we didn't hear. We fought for that. We cried. We might have got scolded. Now, when we grow up, when the similar situation happens, then we laugh at it. We don't get mood. We don't get perturbed. There is no change in the sugar dal, but there is change in my mind. What is the change in my mind? I know the truth now. See, any shape, there are different shapes, but the content called sugar is the same. So it doesn't matter any shape. Whatever shape is there, it doesn't matter. So this is what we say. When we are small, when we are not evolved mentally, we thought the form of the sweet doll was the real. But now we are more perturbed about the content, not the shape of the doll. So mithya is like an appearance. This is what the mithya. Okay. Now, Sat is nitya also. Sat is nitya also. Means it is eternally existing at all times. Anitya means what? It exists at a given point of time. Now, different times we use this Sat, Asat, and Nitya, Anitya, Mithya, and all these things. Now, coming to this point of Anitya, example of mango, why I have given is in the Vyavaharika Satya. Probably since you are attending Drugdrishya Viveka, you are knowing that we speak of three Satyas: Pratibhasika Satya, Vyavaharika Satya, Paramarthika Satya. Okay, in Vyavaharika Satya, transactional reality, or in the empirical world, mango is real for us at that given point of time. But the nature of the mango, the experience of the mango is what? It is anitya. From the Vyavaharika standpoint, from the empirical universe point, from the empirical reality point of view, experiencing the mango in the Jagrada Avastha, it is Vyavaharika Satya or it is anitya. Now, from Paramarthika Satya point of view, enjoying the mango or experiencing the mango or whatever experiences, everything is what mithya. So when we are talking contextually, we have to understand at what level we are speaking or we are trying to understand these things. You have to get clear. Yes. Any other questions about this Satya, Sat, Asat, and Mithya? I think your cousin Malvika also has, discussed a lot about Mithya with me for a long time. Because it is subtle, I know that it takes time to understand. Okay, so that's all the two questions, is it? Any other questions, or we'll go to letters now?
Maharaj, actually today this the Pandita has not come. She had a question that in Kathopanishad we see that Nachiketa, being as just a boy of 8 or 9, he is going to the Yamaloka. So how can a boy of that small age goes to Yamaloka?
Okay. Now, we have to understand very clearly when the boy cannot go, first part. Anyone can go to Yamaloka. There is no age limit there. Okay, first part. Second is when he has gone, Nachiketa, he has gone to Yamaloka, that doesn't mean that he has gone physically. See, because we are thinking always from our mind and sense organs, that's where we think always, okay, Yamaloka means, because also we have seen in the films and all, there is a fort and there is Yama sitting on the buffalo or in the throne, having the mace or gada, people are holding us physically, all this. So that doesn't mean that there are physical bodies, either of Nachiketa or of Yama or of Yamadutas. No, that can be of subtle body. So subtle body is capable of going to different lokas. Now, for an example, Gandharva Loka we speak, Devaloka we speak, Pitralokas we speak. In Pitraloka, our Pitrus, our forefathers are there. They don't stay in the physical body. They stay in the subtle body. So this difference, fundamental difference or subtle point we have to understand. So as a subtle body has gone there, he can go. I and you can also go if we try.
So when say we are going somewhere in our subtle body, so what happens to our gross body? It will just stay like a dead body.
Yes, you are right. Once the subtle body leaves the physical body, then the physical body becomes dead. That is what we call dead. A person is dead. Or what do you mean by dead body? There is no subtle body in there. Reflecting medium called subtle body is not there. Atman is there. Yes, it is there.
So when Nachiketa asked Yama that when I return, my father should recognize me again, that means that dead body again becomes live.
Yes. So for some time, given point of time, he left the physical body. He went to Yamaloka. He discussed with Yama about the Brahmagnana. He got the Brahmagnana and he came back and he entered his physical body and he continued his life. Yeah.
So when somebody has the vision of different gods, not self gods, so that is also the vision in their in their just in sadhana, or means in subtle form, subtle body, because we see that when Thakur experienced Ma Kali, he actually experienced it as a light, ray of light, means as consciousness. But when we say that somebody has seen, say, Krishna or whoever, even Thakur or Ma, is it just in their meditation, or in means how? They cannot see it in Sthula Sharir.
No, it is not that it cannot be seen. Generally, no. But by doing sadhana, what happens? Mind gets clarity. Mind gets cleansed. That's the one thing. And doing lot of japa, hundreds of years, doing lot of japa, what happens? Your mind gets cleansed. Your impurities gets cleansed. And your karma phala also accumulates. Japa or meditation or tapas or whatever. Okay. From that, as a divine grace, you'll be able to see. But can you see from this physical eyes? That is debatable. Because Krishna himself says, Divyam dadami te chakshu pashyame rupam aishwar. To see my Vishnu darshana, I will give divya chakshu. So what is called the divya chakshu? So is there something internally, something special like? There means what? It is wisdom. It is the gnana. It is the intuition. Okay, so it is a faculty of the mind again. So they didn't get some special eyes actually. Means what? Their faculty of the mind, the power of the mind, which is called ki, that got awakened, that got risen, opened. They were able to see or experience the God. But when we see a form, definitely it has to see through these eyes only. When you experience the God in the dream, then there is experience of the God in the dream through mind only, not your sense organs. But if I see a person, either Rama or Krishna, Rama, in the physical form, then definitely I will be seeing from my physical eyes.
মহারাজ, এটাকে কি আমরা কথামৃতে যেটা পড়েছি, সাধন করিতে করিতে দেখিবে, ঠাকুর বলছেন একটি প্রেমের শরীর, প্রেমের চক্ষু তৈরি হয়, এটাই কি তাই?
হ্যাঁ, মানে ওটা হয় মানে কি, এটা ইনটিউশন আসে। মানে আমাদের যে তন্মাত্রগুলো আছে আমাদের মধ্যে, আমাদের স্থূল সূক্ষ্ম শরীর আছে, এই সূক্ষ্ম শরীর পরিষ্কার হয়ে যায়। যেমন একটা মিরর আছে আমাদের, আয়না অনেক ধুলো আছে, আমরা পরিষ্কার করলাম, তবু অনেক বছর এরকম ছেড়ে দিচ্ছি, নুন তেল এসব বয়ে গেছে ওর উপরে, সেই জন্য একটু পরিষ্কার করলে তো ভালো হয়নি। একটু আমাদের মুখ, একটু চোখ, আমার মুখ একটু দেখতে পাচ্ছি, কিন্তু পুরোটা হয় না। ঠিক আছে, পরবর্তী আজকে না কালকে আমি আরেকটু মানে সাবুন এসব দিয়ে পরিষ্কার, আরেকটু পরিষ্কার হলো, তবে আমার ফেস রিফ্লেকশন আরেকটু ভালো হচ্ছে। এরকম 2 বার 3 বার 4 বার 5 বার হলাম, 5 বার করতে গেলাম, আস্তে 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 যে মানে নাঙ্গা ছিল আয়নার উপরে এসব চলে গেল। যখন যতটা এই আয়নার উপরের যে সব পরিষ্কার হলো, ততটা পরিষ্কার দেখতে পাচ্ছি আমার রিফ্লেকশন। এবং যে ঠাকুর বলছেন এটা প্রেম শরীর হোক, সূক্ষ্ম শরীর হোক, আর দিব্যম দাদান এসব কি হয়, আমরা সাধনা করে 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 কি হয়, আমাদের যে দি আছে, বুদ্ধি আছে, হায়ার ফ্যাকাল্টি অফ দ্য ইন্টেলেক্ট, ও জাগ্রত হয়। আর আমার তান্মাত্রাগুলো পরিষ্কার করি আমরা। আর ও সময় আমরা বুঝতে পারি ঠাকুর আছে, মা আছে, আর ঠাকুরের অনুভব করতে পারি। দেখুন আমাদের সামনে ঠাকুর আসতে পারে, যদি এলে তো আমি দেখতে পারবো না বোধ হয়। কেন? আমার মন, আমার শরীর, আমার বুদ্ধি এখনো অত পরিষ্কার হয়নি, মত হয়নি, আমি দেখতে পারি, দেখতে পাবো না। অনেকরা যেমন কিলোমিটার আমরা শুনেছি, মানে অনেক পুরানো সাধু থেকে ওরা অনেকবার যেমন মানে ঠাকুরের গর্ভ মন্দিরে গিয়েছেন, ঠাকুরকে দেখেছে পূজার সময় আর আরতির সময়। অনেক সাধুরা ছিল, ব্রহ্মচারীরা ছিল, ভক্তরা ছিল আরতির সময়, পূজার সময়, কিন্তু সবাই দেখতে পায়নি ঠাকুর। Yeah. Then shall we go to letters?
Yes, Maharaj.
So we were discussing, I think, about ET studies, 13th February 1896, isn't
No,
it?
that we have to start today. That we will discuss today.
Okay, fine. Now the first page, whatever it is there, it is all about the just introduction and some discussion. There is nothing is there. Okay. Now he is speaking of prana and akasha. This prana and akasha in Raja Yoga he has spoken very detailed actually. Okay. Now you have to understand very things. Now the whole world is made up of two things. One is matter, the other is energy. If you see, if you analyze the matter and the energy actually, and if you still go further, the condensed form of energy is what matter. Today science also is accepting. Okay, the condensed form of energy is what matter. Means matter has come out, matter has been deduced, matter has been formed from the energy. So now finally if you go little above, then matter and energy, then only energy comes. Still you go, and if you go little further, you go further or advance, then you say consciousness alone exists. From consciousness, energy has been formed. From energy, matter has been formed. Whatever this empirical universe which we are experiencing, that on the above worlds and the below worlds, stars, planets, galaxies, constellations, heaven, hell, Gandharvaloka, Pitraloka, Devaloka, Brahmaloka, whatever you say, everything is the manifestation of the matter and energy. And this matter and energy comes from where? It is from Brahman with the power of Maya. According to Vedanta, and if you go to Sankhya, it is from Prakriti. From Prakriti, they say they don't say energy, they say differently. Trigunatmika Prakriti, from Trigunas, from one Guda, things have come. So this is the basic thing you have to understand. Now all type of energy can be categorized into, can be grouped under prana, and all type of matter you can put under the form of akasha. So this you have to understand. All type of matter, gross matter, subtle matter, whatever, everything will be grouped under akasha, and all types of energy, whether you can feel or you can experience, whether it is physical, gross or even subtle energy, all type of energies can be classified into or grouped under prana. This you have to understand. These two things has come from where? Has come from the Brahman or absolute. Now this much you have to understand. Now Swamiji is speaking of Vedantic cosmology. Now Vedanta, now this question, why this question will come? Now see, for an example, by this time at least you know, all of us we know that we are Brahman, we are self, we are Sat Chit Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss absolute. That is our real nature. And that is enough. If we experience that, that is enough. But still, our mind thinks, okay, I am Brahman, you are saying, Swamiji. I am that self, you are saying that, okay. I have no birth, no death, it seems fine. All this is fine. But I'm experiencing this empirical universe at this given point of time. What about that? Who created it? When did it create? How did it create? These questions will boggle our. How much ever we say self alone exists, Brahman alone exists, Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahmayavana Paraha, Adi Shankaracharya told. Brahman alone is real. The world is an appearance. There is no essential difference between the individual self and the supreme self. All these things we hear, yes, true. But how this world came into existence? What is the nature of this world? This question comes to us. So to give this answer, at that given point of time, or at this given point of time, our rishis are also saying, okay, for discussion's sake, we will think that this world is real. And thinking that, assuming that the world is real, we shall try to give an explanation for you how this world has been emerged. Now, if you see in the Semitic religions, in the Christianity, Islam and Judaism, Jewish religion, they say God created out of nothing. God created this world out of nothing, which is absurd, illogical. Why? It is against law of conservation of energy, law of conservation of momentum, because no energy can be created, no energy can be destroyed. Fine, that's the one thing. And now Vedas, if you see, especially Purva Kanda, that is what Yajna about, which says about Yajna, Yagas, mantras and all. They say creation is eternal. There was no time, there was no creation. There is no time, creation is not there. There will be no time, creation is not there. So creation is eternal. So why created, how created, it doesn't question come at all. So they get away this problem. Now, how it is happening that they say because of the Shakti or whatever. Now, the Semitic, in the theistic Vedantas like Dvaita schools, like maybe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Madhvacharya, the Bhakti schools of Vedanta, especially with the Dvaita school, dualistic schools of Vedanta, they say God is all powerful. Now, if I have to construct a house, I need to take the help of plumber, electrician, architect, engineer. I have to collect the materials, cement, bricks, whatnot, furniture, all things, and I have to construct a house. Now, to God, if the God has to create a house, if the God has to create this empirical universe, He need not to do in the same way how we do, because He's all powerful, He's all intelligent, He's omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent. Just by mere wish, He can create this world. So they say God created this world out of His power because He's powerful. Okay. Now, Vishishtadvaita Vedantins, sorry, that is Ramanacharya philosophy. They say God has got two parts in Himself. One is called Chit, the other is called Achit. The whole living beings, human beings, or animals, birds, reptiles, mammals, amoeba, any living being has been come out from God from His Chit part. Now there are so many insentient beings, non-living beings, materials, minerals, rocks, stars, whatever it says. All non-living beings has come from the God, from the Achit part. That's how the creation question has been taken care. Now comes to Vedanta. Now in the systems itself, for an example, Nyaya and Vaisheshika, they believe that it has come from atomic theory. Whatever today science is saying atomic theory, Canada has given atomic theory in India long back, 2000 years before. So they say the whole world has come from atoms. Okay. Now, the Sankhya and the Yoga, Patanjala Yoga, they say the empirical universe, the whole universe has come from Prakriti. Okay, Prakriti. What is the nature of Prakriti? That is very subtle. You cannot perceive, you cannot see from your naked eyes. Only yogis, that is called, they say, Yogaja Pratyaksha. Only yogis can experience, infer, or experience this Prakriti. Based on the yogis' experience, we are telling this. The Prakriti is what? Trigunatmika Prakriti, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. From Prakriti, Mahat comes. From the Mahat, from the Sattva portion, Pancha Gnanendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas, and Manas comes, emerges. And from Tamasika portion of this Mahat, or the Prakriti, Pancha Tanmatras comes. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Shabda, sound. Sparsha, touch. Rupa, form. Rasa, taste. Gandha, smell. Now, you should not confuse with the qualities. Because we know sound. I am talking and you are hearing my sound. That's why you are able to listen to me. So these are not the qualities. They are called subtle elements. They are called tanmatras. Again, these are also not, you cannot perceive from your naked eyes. Only yogis have perception of this. From these tanmatras, from respective tanmatras, the gross elements, panchabhutas are. From Shabda, Akasha has come. From space, from a sound, space or ether has come. Now Sparsha, from the touch, Vayu has come. Air has come. Then Rupa, form, from the form Tanmatra, not the Guna, Tanmatra. Again I am telling, subtle element it is. From the Rupa Tanmatra, Agni has come. Okay, from the Rasa Tanmatra, water, Jala, water has come. Then from Gandha Tanmatra, smell, Gandha Tanmatra, Prithvi, the earth has come into picture. And the Rajas portion of the Prakriti will help as a catalyst force for this Prakriti to, to create Tanmatras and Panchabhutas one side, the other is Indriyas or whatever. So this is what the Sankhyans and the Patanjala Yoga people describe or give the theory of evolution, theory of creation of the universe. Now coming to Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta, they say the Brahman, which is Sat Chit Anand. Okay.
A bit. Trigunatmika Prakriti itself becomes Mahat.
Yes.
And
so the first evolute of Mula Prakriti is what Mahat.
So from the Sattva part, 5 Gyanendriyo and 5 Karmendriyo.
And Manas.
Okay,
Mind.
so this 11. So this Mana includes the Chitta, Ahankar, everything?
See, there is no physical separation. There are no 4 parts. Mana, Chitta, Buddhi, Ahankara, whatever we say. They are only one mind, but based on its function, it is a functional division. Based on the function, we have divided into 4. There is no 4 parts. There is only one mind, but based on its function, it is called 4. That's all.
And so from Sattva part, these 11 things have come, and from Tamo part, these 5 things, subtle elements, Tanmatra has come. And from that Tanmatra, the Panchabhuta has come.
Yes.
And now with the help of the Raja quality, this Tanmatra and Gyanendriyo mix together and no.
See, Rajas portion of the Prakriti will help Sattva and Tamas to do their functions. Just like petrol will help the vehicle to run. Similarly, Rajas will help the Sattva and Tamas to do their activities. But Ekadashi Indriya emerges from the Sattva point, and the Tanmatras and Panchabhutas has come from Tamas portion of the Prakriti. So, while to do that action as a fuel, Tamas gives the energy. It supplies them. It helps them.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Any other questions?
I know that. Shankho part.
Sankhya philosophy, it goes little heavy. I know that. Everything sometimes goes above the head. You have to imagine, and you have to read, and you have to keep on thinking time and again, read time and again, think here and there. Then slowly you will get an idea. Otherwise, it is something like a political imagination. It looks like you will feel. I know that. Yeah. Any others? Any other questions? Or all of you feel, oh, Swamiji, it's all going above the head, Swamiji.
Yes, Maharaj, little bit above the head.
So, Maharaj, probably if you got a bit slower, then everybody can grasp. I don't know. Means, so Nyaya
Now,
Vaishashik and all, we are not bothered. That is totally atomic part, atomic theory.
yes, generally, yes.
So mainly we are concerned about Shankha and Vedanta.
Vedanta.
Okay.
Why?
So this
Because
is
the Vedanta's cosmology, the theory of creation is taken from Sankhya. It goes together with a difference, minute difference. Because Swamiji has told both also. That's why I am bringing both also. You would have said, Swamiji would have said only Vedanta. Why are you bringing all these things? One is I am giving a background, and why I am taking Sankhya and Vedanta both, because Swamiji has explained here both. That's the reason. Yes, Nilanjana, you have got any question, mother? Or particularly, you didn't understand anything? You tell me.
Yes, Maharaj, I'm struggling with the last things.
Like,
Sankhya.
yeah. See, now, first and foremost, we have to understand very clearly, our mind is thinking always at the level of gross level. Okay. For an example, you prepare a luchi. How do you prepare? You bring maida flour and you mix some ghee and water and you mix it nicely and you prepare balls like, and afterwards you need some wooden plank and a particular way of cylindrical wooden thing, and you will press it, and afterwards you will, what do you say, prepare in the ghee or oil, then you will eat. Then luchi is ready.
Yeah.
So all these physical processes are involved here. Okay. So when I
Ingredients and
explain
juices, Maharaj.
yes, when I explain anything in this way,
Okay.
because you are able to perceive, you are able to experience, and more or less you will be able to connect, you will easily will understand.
Yeah.
So when this theory of creation comes, when this process it is very subtle, it is not seen in the naked eyes, it is very intuitive, and it is logical also. Now, how this happens, Swamiji? Now, say for example, you said from Shabda, Akasha has come, from sound, space has come, you are saying, how to feel that, how to experience, or how to understand that, if you say, at this given point of time, we have to depend on the scriptures. We have to depend on the Shastras. Why? Because they are so subtle, our minds have not rise to that state. The Rishis have found out, based on their experience, they have given these things, and we are studying, and we are struggling to study and understand. Forget about knowing, experiencing. Even we are struggling to understand. We know that. Now, when I say all these things, you should not imagine in the gross form. So these are all subtle elements. This is a process, isn't it? For an example, like carbon or maybe hydrogen. Hydrogen and oxygen, they mix, and we get, what do we get? Water we get. Yes, we know that. But any one of us, have we seen hydrogen and oxygen mixing and forming water? No. But we have heard this in the science during our science classes in the high school or primary school. We have taken it for. Of course, I am not denying it. It is wrong. It is true, no doubt. But we have understood. Or sin theta by cos theta is equal to tan theta or cot theta or whatever you have said. If you have read the trigonometry, have you read? Have you understood what is theta at all? Oh, Swamiji, no. For exam's sake, we heard and we tried to, do the problem again and again. Then we are told. Maybe Chandrani may be able to tell what is theta, or what do you mean by theta concept of theta. But I think at least I don't know anything about it. Only I know the meaning, but I don't know anything about the theta, isn't it? But we mugged up, or we tried to solve by solving again and again the steps we followed, and we vomited in the papers, exam papers, and we have passed the exams. That's fine. So there's some concepts we know, but we have taken it for granted, whatever it may be. Now here also at this given point of time, you have to keep on hearing this, how this process has come. From Mula Prakriti Mahat, from Mahat, from Sattvika portion, what has come, from Tamasika portion, what has come, from each step you have to understand, means at least you should be able to remember in this mind, time and again thinking, you will get a sort of logical connections. slowly. Then when our mind rises to the highest level, then we can experience. But at this given point of time, we cannot experience. We have to understand only the concept, just like we understand the mathematical concepts or the scientific theories. Why? Because they are so subtle, we cannot experience at this given point of time. So we have to believe in the scriptures, because these things have given from the Rishis. They were the most unselfish people, intuitive people, and they dedicated their life searching for truth, and they wanted to help the humanity. One is knowing the truth for themselves, and they wanted to help the humanity. Yes. So after giving this background, Nilanjana, yes, you have got any
Okay,
question?
yeah, I got it. So these are the concepts we have to
Understand. Time and again, we are putting.
yeah. It's based on their understanding they have given. We have to understand that.
Yeah. Yes. Any other question? Shall I go to Vedantic cosmology today, or it is becoming too much and you want me to go to next week?
Not today. Let us at least
No,
hear.
today, Maharaj.
Okay, fine. Okay. Then I have no problem. 2-3 hours I can discuss all these things. I enjoy, but only I don't want to put you heavy. Okay. So now Brahman, the nature of the Brahman is what? Satchidananda. Okay. So Brahman is static actually. We all know that. Now how the Brahman has created this universe? If you ask, the Advaita Vedanta, based on the Upanishads itself, they give a philosophy, they give a theory, and it's a fact also that Brahman with its power, how like fire and its burning power. There's a fire. We are able to see the fire. And are you able to see the burning power? You cannot see in your naked eyes, you can experience only actually. So the fire and its burning power is nothing but Brahman and Maya. So the Brahman, with the help of Maya, Brahman plus Maya becomes Ishvara. Brahman plus Maya is called Ishvara. Then Ishvara means not the Shiva, not the Rudra. Ishvara means it is the, the Brahman plus Maya, who is the, the source of the creation. He has created this world. So Brahman plus Maya is what? Ishvara. Now from Ishvara, Pancha Tanmatras have come. What are the Pancha Tanmatras? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Okay. Now, the permutation and combination of these Tanmatras will lead to Pancha Mahabhutas according to the Vedantas. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Gandha, permutation and combination, different permutation combinations are there. Based on that, this Pancha Mahabhutas has come. That is what? Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apa, Prithvi. These 5 Panchabhutas. And the whole universe is what? It is again the combination of that. So this is what Swamiji has told. Okay. This is what the traditional approach. Now Swamiji is telling that Brahman, from Brahman has come Mahat or Ishvara. Mahat is what according to the Sankhya, Ishvara means what according to the Vedanta. Now, at the broader classification, Swamiji is telling from Mahat or Ishvara, 2 things have come. Means what? One is Prana, the other is Akasha. Prana means what? Force, energy. Akasha means what? Matter. Now Swamiji is telling Brahman as the absolute. Brahman is naming Swamiji, he named Brahman as the absolute. Mahat or Ishvara as primal creative energy, or the first evolute, we can say, or the primal creative energy he has said. Then from Mahat or Ishvara, Swamiji is telling Prana and Akasha has come. That is matter and the energy. Now, he has broadly classified, because he is speaking for the Westerners and all. Now, all these things, exactly if you say, probably he thought he may not be able to understand because of the questions based on the study. Swamiji has generalized it. And it is also true also. From Mahat has come Prana and Akasha. That is matter and the energy or the force. Yeah. Now you tell me any question now.
So here in this equation or diagram, whatever that is written in the right hand side, that Swamiji has given that terms.
No,
That
the left is what he has used Sanskrit terms. Right side he has given the English equivalent terms. That's all.
Okay, no, actually we are reading the Bengali, no? So that
Okay.
Bengali, whatever, নিরপেক্ষ পূর্ণ সত্তা আদ্যা সৃষ্টি শক্তি শক্তি ও জড়. So that is actually given by, means this is Swamiji is given these terms.
Okay. What is the left side? You tell me.
Brahma. So from Brahma, that is Mohat and or Ishwar. So Mohat is according to Sankhyans and Ishwar according to Vedantins. Then
Yes.
from that Mohat or Ishwar comes the Prana and Akasha.
Yes. So this is what even the traditional Vedantins and Sankyans accept in a way.
And
But
Akasha means the Brahmanda in this Vedanta.
Akasha means space.
Huh. But this
Akasha means
space,
space.
so from the space all these five tanmatras and all have come.
No. No, from five elements, from where it has come, will go differently. Now we have to understand the Brahman and the whatever you said definition. So yes, Swamiji is giving the left side Sanskrit term, in the right side he has given the equivalent terms in the English or Bengali. That's all you have to understand first.
Okay, but that is not the this scientific, because he is telling previously that it goes with the scientific theories. So I want to unify the two.
Yes, that's what he is trying to do here. Then he has got an idea of writing a book
Huh.
where he wants to show that Vedantic cosmology and the modern science goes together. It is acceptable like that. He had an idea to write a book, but it never happened. And he gave he dotted few ideas. He jotted down his few ideas there.
But you told prana and akasha previously, matter and energy, shakti or jhana.
And Swamiji is using the word force for
हाँ,
prana.
शक्ति और जड़ प्राण और आकाश. Yes.
Okay, now locus comes. We will take the locus next week. And next week or some, whenever we take a class. So this theory of creation, you have to understand, you have to remember 2-3 times. I know that.
So what is the relation between this prana and akasha and this whatever that tanmatra, gyanendriya, karmendriya that you told?
Okay.
Where it comes in the chart? Here the chart ends at here, prana and akash.
Swamiji, he didn't go further. Swamiji stopped there. See, whatever I told, I gave the full chart for you based on the traditional Advaita Vedanta and Sankhya. Okay, I have completed the chart. Swamiji, he told there and he didn't afterwards explain there. Swamiji afterwards he went to lokas and he started explaining different lokas, different spheres and all these things. Because see, in Swamiji, so many ideas were rushing in him. So probably sometimes he might not have completed an idea. See, Prana and Akasha, he stopped there. Afterwards, what? He didn't complete, rather.
But afterwards, you also told it separately, no? From
Yes.
from this Swaguna Brahma, no? Ishwar is Swaguna Brahma.
Yes, you are
Brahma
right.
with Maya. And then
Yes.
from there, the Srishti came.
Yes.
Yes. So that part I can conceive. But what about the relation with prana and akasha?
Yes, I will tell you. The tanmatras you can put under prana, and the panchabhutas you put classify under akasha.
Okay, but tanmatra is the subtle form, and akasha
Subtle
is
element.
subtle element and Panchabhut are the gross element.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are right.
So
That's
the
why I said.
subtle elements are part of energy then. Prana means.
Yeah.
And gross
You can
is
say
a part
at,
of
at this
Akasha.
given point, at this given point of time, you can take it as an energy.
Tanmatra.
Tanmatras as energy or force or prana, and Panchabhutas as Akasha. Panchabhutas under Akasha.
Okay. So afterwards we will see what comes where.
Then next, Swamiji goes to the lokas, different spheres he speaks.
No,
Solar
maybe
sphere, lunar sphere, what do you say, electric sphere and all. And actually in the Vedanta again there, it gets split actually from the Satvika portion of the Mahat, you get a Pancha Jnanendriyas. Okay. From the Rajasika portion of the Pancha Jnanendriyas and Manas. From the Satvika portion of the Mahat. From the Rajasika portion of the Mahat, Pancha Karmendriyas and Pancha Pranas will emerge. And from Tamasika portion of the Tanmatras or the Mahat, Tanmatras will come. The permutation and combination of Tanmatras will come Panchabhutas. That is what the classical traditional chart of the Advaita Vedanta. But if I tell all these things, you may get confused or it will become too heavy. So I didn't tell that. And if you read Tattvabodha, if you are hearing Tattvabodha classes, then you will get all that clarity there.
Maharaj, in Tattvabodha you told that from this Akash means stage, this Akasha has come, ether has come. So then you told half is ethera, half is Akash.
And 1/8 of other elements is what? Grass Akasha.
1/8. Okay.
Yes. Half portion of Shabda, 1/8 of Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, 1/8. Then that forms the grass element of Akasha. Akasha as a Panchabhuta. And other devotees, again, it is up to you. Now, there is a called Om Charaiveti, one group. There, Chandranidhi is there already. She has got a link. If you want, I can also share with someone again. So, if you probably join that group, most of my talks, links, and articles I will be sharing in there, so that you can also get links and you can hear. Like, for example, now I am discussing on Om Rim Rutam. So, that YouTube talks you can hear and you will get a lot of doubts gets cleared and all. I mean, already Chandranidhi has got link, you can take from her or I can share. And if you are interested, you can join and you can share with the interested people, whoever is interested in knowing about it, so that we can reach more people and interested people can make use of it.
So that is in Eri Vedanta channel or Om Charai?
Which is
Om Rim Ritam?
Om Rim Ritam is in Air Vedanta.
Air Vedanta, yes.
So if you join that Om Charaivati group, all that YouTube links you will be getting.
Maharaj, first let us digest Tattvabodha. Because this Tattvabodha
some believe in Bhakti more. This is all head-boggling. Somebody let me talk me Thakur. ठाकुर আমার যথেষ্ট আমাদের সাধুরা কখনো অনেক সময় বলতো কিছু জিজ্ঞাসা করতাম ডিসকাস করতাম আমরা আমাদের মধ্যে সাধুদের মধ্যে কেউ কেউ বলতো দেখো বাবা তুমি তো খুব পড়াশোনা মানুষ খুব পড়াশোনা করতে থাকো তুমি এসব চিন্তা করতে থাকো ঠিক আছে আমাকে ঠাকুর আছে বাস ঠাকুরের নাম জপ করবো আমি কথামৃত পড়বো আর বেশি দরকার নেই পড়ে কিছু কিছু এরকম বলতো কেউ সাধুরা
absolutely মহারাজ কখনো কখনো সেটাই মনে হয়
আমরা তো সেটাই চাই মহারাজ কিন্তু কথামৃত বুঝতে গেলে
we need this concept actually.
But yes, the more and more you understand these things, you will be able to understand Guru Maharaj, Mother, Swamiji teaching still better.
Yes.
For example, Holy Mother's last statement, last teaching, what it is, every one of us we know. If you want peace, don't do not find fault with others. So that is the ultimate Vedantic statement actually. Advaita Vedantic ultimate statement. Now, when we hear this, is it so? We didn't understand, we didn't feel, we didn't see how is it, where it is there, Swami, like that. So when you study all these things only, you'll be able to appreciate and enjoy the in-depthness of the teachings of the Holy Trio, I used to say. Yeah. Okay then.
Maharaj, application part is much more difficult.
Yes, difficult but possible.
Maharaj, one more question. This is today you said that the power of mind, the wisdom will come practicing sadhana. So I have one question on that. I know it's already 4:35. Can I ask?
Hmm.
So sadhana regarding personal practices, Maharaj Japam, I've heard about some japa with sankalpa. Means what does it mean, Maharaj? মানে বাংলায় যেটা বলে সংকল্প করে জপ, what does it mean? Is this
What does it mean in the
keeping
sense?
some targets or resolutions or anything in mind? Is that
Sankalpa, why do we take Sankalpa is what? Because our mind is lazy. So for example, I'm doing japa for 2-3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks. Afterwards, there was a workload, or I was feeling tired, or I was not feeling in a mood. Then I may not do the japa that day. Oh, today I was so much busy, I couldn't do it. Okay, Thakur, please protect me, please save me, or please excuse me, tomorrow I will do it. Or today I was not feeling well, healthy, so I may postpone. Or I'm not in a mood at all. Whatever I think I'm not able to sit for meditation, japa at all. I may do or I may not do. But when you take a sankalpa, resolution, that I will be doing, say for an example, every day 1,000 times japa, I will 1,000 times I repeat for 1 month or 40 days or 41 days or 48 days as a bandana. Then whether you are interested or not, whether you are feeling sick or well or not, whether you have got work or not, or whatever it may be, you have to do. So it helps us, the sankalpa will help us to increase our willpower. And it will help us to be steadfast in our spiritual practice. Say for example, morning before sunrise, I will get up and do japa. If I have taken a sankalpa, then whether you are feeling headache, whether you are feeling sleepy, whether you are feeling whatever it may be, you have to get up before sunrise in this cold season, and you have to do japa. So that means what? Your laziness and letharginess is coming down, reducing, tamas is coming down, rajas and sattva is getting increased, and you are able to practice the spiritual sadhana every day. So this is the role of sankalpa, first part. And second is, for an example, I have got some problems, I have got restlessness of the mind, or there is a problem in the family, or problem in my personal life or in professional life. So whatever I am trying, I am not able to resolve it. Then I say, okay, Thakur, I will do japa, say 5,000 japa every day for so many days. So please try to resolve this problem. So that is what called kamya sankalpa. So having some desire, fulfilling for some desire, doing this type of japa or chantings or purascharana or chandi parayan or Durga Saptashati parayan, Vishnu Sahasranam parayan, anything, this will come. Now, no, I don't want anything, I want to please you. At the most, I want dana and bhakti or moksha. As a spiritual aspect, thinking that we can also do this type of sankalpas, and we can. So it is basically intensifying the sadhana, and without having any other go, or without giving any second thought, or without giving a choice for our mind. That is the need of sankalpa. Now, if you say, Swamiji, if I think, say every day I have to do 5,000, I can do it. If you think so, then you may need not sankalpa may not be required for it. Sankalpa is what? Because we take it as it binds us. For example, in our application forms, Guru asks, if you take initiation, are you able to, or can you able to perform your upasana daily? You say yes. That means what? You are giving a word to your Guru that if I take a mantra diksha, then I will be doing daily.
yes?
So it is a committing. It is a commitment.
Yes, whatever we do when we fill up the application form. Yes, I'll do it daily twice, like that.
Yes. That means you don't have any choice. You may alter the time because today you are going early, so you have got some other work at the morning itself, 6 o'clock. Then you may have to get up at 5 and you have to do at least. So you don't have a choice. Night, you 7 up PM used to do, and today you went to some marriage function, family function, you came at 10. Yes, you have to sit and do. No
Whatever
option for
happens.
you.
Okay, Maharaj Pranams. Thank you.
Yeah.
So anybody can do it, whether our Gurudev tells or not, we can do it with sankalpa.
This can be taken and we can do it, yes.
Okay, Maharaj.
To
Thank you.
intensify spiritual practice, to maintain the, regularity in our spiritual practices, we do this.
Okay.
So Maharaj, when will be our next class?
That's a $1 million question. 11th can we have?
Yes.
Okay.
December. Yes.
Yeah.
Monday.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Maharaj. Thank
Jai
you.
Ram Krishna.
Pranam Maharaj.
Pranam Maharaj.